I've laid down all the food for the kitties. We had more rain last night and this morning. I'd say 1/10 of an inch. Yeah, maybe close to 2/10. Go ahead and empty it out. It's wet. I checked the radar and it looks like we're about out of it for now. Not for good, but for now. I think Don and I will be able to walk and it won't be too wet. It feels reasonable out here this morning. Doesn't feel too bad. Hey, Mart. I petted Morris on the head already. He gave me big meows. The guys were piled up in the cat hotel basically all night. Marty up top and Morris and Stripe in the wicker chair there. They were all quite snuggled and happy and dry. So that was all good. I did risk that new figure, the house on the right over there that I got at Guardian Angel yesterday outside. We'll see how it does. Yes, nice breeze. Hope it stays like this for the walk. And a couple of housekeeping things. Sorry I messed up yesterday's video. That was all on me this time. I realized that somehow I had deleted the opening out and it was like 2 a.m. and I have a way to fix it, and I was going to go back and fix it, but I did 1 or 2 other things and I just forgot and was tired, so I'm sorry. Every once in a while I must hit the delete key unexpectedly, and then like when it's gone, the way that template works, there's no way to get it back the way I put it there in the first place. I have to go through this other process. So anyway, I'm sorry about that. I do care about the quality of the video, but I'm just human and I make mistakes, and doing a video a day, it's really hard to go back, and YouTube won't let me fix that. For example, it's hard to go back and fix stuff. I'm just sort of stuck with looking at my mistake. There were some pictures of Johnny's robots in yesterday's video at the very beginning, and he's done with the robots. They're ready for battle. He's still 3D printing spare parts and a part for somebody that's coming to an event that needs a part. So he's been in and out quite a bit in the evenings, setting up the 3D printer, redoing the glue on the printer when it needs it, stuff like that. He was a little frustrated last night, but I think he'll work through it. Every once in a while the glue slips. But he's set. They got to pack up tools and stuff. But he's got some time. He's got some time. They're leaving sometime Friday. They need to be down to Charlotte. I guess they're shooting to be there at 3, but if they don't get there till 4, that would be okay for the check-in safety check. They're at the Shield Nature Museum this weekend over near Gastonia. So that's what's going on there. And Don and I signed up to help with end of quarter Tesla new car deliveries Sunday from 1 to 4. I'm really looking forward to that. We've done that twice before, you know, COVID and then a little bit of the, hey, you aren't paying people crap came out. Already one person in the chat is like, I don't know about free labor for Tesla. And I'm like, you know, that really, let us, people that have the time and inclination, help out, because it's really exhilarating for us and we enjoy it and it's good. You can't train somebody how to be an expert on the inside of the car that hasn't driven the car. I mean, like the skill that we have, if you've driven a Tesla, let's just say 6 months to a year, you can't replicate that in a 2-hour training session or 3 YouTube videos. So I don't know. I guess Don and I do it because it's fun. We do it because it's a volunteer thing and we can go up there, do it, and then we're done. It's not like it's a job, and we have the skill and we care about Tesla's mission and the stock price, and I mean, there's just no downside for us. So anybody with those comments about temp workers or stuff, just please try to don't do that. Don't try to ruin it for those of us that think it's fun and want to help out for a few days. It's really not an unreasonable thing to do. And I don't care if other businesses do it or not. or if that's their business model, because Tesla doesn't do things like other businesses, and I don't want them to. So there's that. Still getting used to that view off the front porch. Don and I have been going back and forth on ideas for what to do with. There's actually 3 stumps in the yard. I, of course, want a gnome home. I call it a fairy garden house. He ordered some tools for doing some carving on the, like to make a door or window or a face or something on the outside of the tree. We'll see. He's got several to practice on. I've sent him Pinterest pictures with some ideas. Everybody's doing good this morning. I've been running around. I'm hot, so the breeze out here on the front porch feels great. I'm still drinking my warm vanilla coffee in the morning, and I don't normally drink hot liquids in the summer, and I think I'm about to stop because I just get it's just too much heat while I'm scurrying around the house for 90+ minutes. I'm sorry about not getting very many kitty pictures yesterday. Between the rain and shopping day, it just didn't work out. Sometimes I sit down to do the video and I'm like, oh no. Doesn't mean I didn't spend time with them, but you know, when it's raining, I'm not out there taking very good pictures. And they don't, you know, I don't want them to come out of where they're dry, because, you know, mom, that prized person in their life, has come outside. So I'm sure you get it. I'll try to do a better job today though. Yeah, so much for those rings keeping the flag from curling. They're not rotating on there. Don's gonna have to look at it, or we'll just be doing what everybody else does and unfurling it. I think that's the right word. I know what else I was gonna tell you. I heard a very minor scuffle on the front porch last night around midnight, 1 a.m. right before I went to bed, and I looked on the camera and there was something on the porch. I couldn't tell what it was besides Panther, who was right over here at the door. So I got up and I looked, and there was a very small, not super small, but probably a juvenile possum, and he looked like he was dead. And I was like, oh no, how did that happen? That's so sad. You know, Panther and the possums, they get along just fine, almost always. And I said, you know what? He's playing dead. He is not, does not look injured in any way. He just got a scare and he's playing dead. And sure enough, I stood by the door with the light for a little bit and watched as he woke himself back up and then scurried down the steps, and he wasn't injured in any way. But sometimes the juveniles, you know, Panther never messes with the adult raccoons or possums, but sometimes the juveniles don't stay in their lane. He's got rules about coming up to the food bowl. Anyway, most days out of the year it's not a problem. Anyway, that's the first time I had an experience seeing a possum do that. And I was very relieved. It would not be like Panther to hurt another critter, and then, you know, I think he just got a fright, and then when he unfrightened, he woke up and went on his business. It was kind of cool. Good morning, Gray. Hi. Oh, you got the best stretch in the mornings. Best stretch. Here. Aquarium needs a little water. It's noisy. Here you go, honey. There you go. Mom will add clean the fish tank to the list. I was noticing this morning how pretty these yellow flowers are. Are they black-eyed Susans? Rhubarb. Don's sister planted them. Anyway, they're pretty. They spread. They come back every year. They're looking good. We're going to go do our walk. I probably messed on up a little bit being over there. You can see my lilies down there this morning. They're looking pretty too. A butterfly bush is in the middle of its blooming now, but still pretty. We've picked up 4 bottles or cans and the walk down the hill. I walked the other side. Don walked this side. There was a bird nest in one of the mailboxes up there, and it was on the ground this morning. I do not know if there were currently birds in the nest or if it was a, you know, used nest and they were gone. And
I don't think they were. I think it was there was nothing in it yet. I looked the other day. There was no eggs or anything.
okay, I hope not. I mean, that could have been a raccoon too. I don't necessarily can't say that was a person. But it made me really concerned. If you know, it's one thing to pull down an empty birdhouse. It's another thing to go intentionally destroying nests. But I don't know that's what happened. I'm just, you know, sometimes these walks are hard on a person. You know, all the stuff that happens out here just on the nature trail, they can be hard on a person. It's really nice out here this morning. There's a little bit of a breeze. It's not too hot. The sun's not beating down on us. The air feels clear, clean after the rain. The creek's been replenished with water. I really do like North Carolina. Just don't ask me right after I've been bit by about 10 mosquitoes all at once. But other than that, I really do like it here. It's enough like New Jersey, weather-wise, East Coast weather. I like days like this. It just feels, I don't know, less stressful, calming. Well, just in studying the tree, we absolutely can go higher, so that will definitely work on that tree.
Yeah.
I see a bunny up here on the side. Really, this time of year, there's not a walk that goes by that we don't see at least one bunny, and usually maybe upwards of 5. It's a good place for them. There's a lot of brush, a lot of places to go hide and burrow and then come out and forage. Hey, Mr. Bunny. Hi. Wow, I want every walk for the rest of the summer to be like this. You know, if it actually started raining with that breeze, we might be cold. Yeah, this is great, minus the uphill part. The hardest part of this walk is into the park. There's a little hill coming out, but it's mostly uphill to South Park, and we get the hard part over early. Splash pad's open, but it's going to be a slow day today. I've already picked up 3 wristbands from yesterday. Well, we must have had exactly 1 strong gust of wind yesterday. Although that almost looks like it was cut. Maybe it, yeah, that was cut. Somebody gets gonna come back for it. Well, we're not dry anymore, but that week of dry air we had, these trees were a little stressed here. These are river birch. And they started dropping some leaves. They probably drop them early anyway, but still. I'm just enjoying the view of the pretty mimosa blossoms. There's one piece of trash down the hill, visible from here. I guess now that we're over here, there's a couple pieces. If there was more, I'd follow you down, but that's hard on my knee and my ankle. So if I get down there, I can help pick up all the way across, but there's not enough today to really warrant that. We did glance at the electronics recycle, and there's a really great dual mount monitor arm thing in there if somebody had a need for it. Cannot believe that stuff gets thrown away. It hurts me. already has one. I don't think Johnny needs one, so. Well, Johnny is now the proud recipient of a new monitor stand and monitor second screen. This is upping his game on watching the 3D printer out in the garage. We switched from a blank camera to a Ring camera because Ring will come up on Chrome, so he can literally have, you know, the screen up over here monitoring the print. So yeah, we were able to swap out cameras so we did some stuff in the garage and some stuff in here. We vacuumed. Unfortunately, we scared Gray, but she'll come out in a bit. We did take her out of here while we vacuumed, and anyway, we're organized as we're going to get in here until we pack Johnny up for school. I plan to leave his room alone, although it will receive, you know, a cleaning I can do when he's not home. Well, there it is. Looking good, looking good. It's time to restore and refurbish the Celebration boat. Lego 41153 Disney Princess. I have some of the top pieces, and I know I have gold columns even if I can't find them in what came. So, wish me luck. You gonna help? Nighttime. You're such a good girl. The Celebration boat is complete. Yeah, I dare somebody to come and look at it and say something's not right. I've added stuff. There's extra stuff. But it's done. There's a crab missing, and this is supposed to be up there, but I just chose a different piece because that's what I had. Oh, my flag got knocked off. I thought my arm hit something while I was doing that. It just gets pushed in there. Anyway, I'm happy with how it turned out. I added the cart. I don't know what that's really supposed to look like, but you know, once the princess gets off the boat, she might need to get pulled around in her cart. And I've got a horse. I'll add a horse over here too. This is all that's left of that big bag of stuff. Is not much. Yeah, there's not much at all. So I think I've put together everything that can be put back together. Are there a few parts of something else here that does something? There are. But not anything you could distinguish.